Welcome, one and all, to the Blue Toad Murder Files. I am the narrator, and I will be your guide on this adventure as you explore the mysteries of Little Riddle. Let's see how many players there are this time, shall we? Choose your Blue Toad detective, Hannah Dakota, a connoisseur of ginger beer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Little Riddle, the quintessentially quaint English country village, sitting safely, silently, securely, in a secluded summery idyll of rural predictability and neighborly conformity. Highlight where you want to go and click on it. Go on, you can do it. Your visit here to Little Riddle is something arranged for you by Mother, the administrator of the Blue Toad Agency. After the stresses of your most recent case, it has been decided that you need a holiday. Though you resisted the very concept, Mother is not to be argued with. Stepping down from the train, you watch with some disquiet and foreboding as the puffing conveyance steams slowly away. Hunger and thirst drag you from your gloomy reverie, and you cast around for someone who may assist in procuring victuals. On the station platform, you spy an old woman locked in a rather one-sided conversation with a member of the staff. The station master sees you approach and is more than happy to leave the old woman jabbering away whilst he assists you.
Oh, yes, tell you what, you get your bags together and... Hey, now, haven't you been here before? I'm sure I recognise... Oh, now then, I remember. Just you wait there, half a mo.
The station master scuttles off, returning moments later with the morning's newspaper. Unfortunately, your reputation precedes you once again.
Here we are then, I thought as much. Blue Toad Agency triumphs. So, what's all that about then? You work for a zoo or something?
With a sigh, you take the newspaper from him and explain about the agency and your position therein. The station master wants to know more about the Blue Toad Agency. Can you correctly name each detective?
Oh!
Are you correct? Let's see. I think not. Would you like to try that puzzle again? Are you correct? Let's see. That's the ticket. Great Scott, that was fast. Oh, but a little too fast, maybe. You made mistakes. So you see, there are prizes for coming second. They're just not very good.
Oh, detectives, is it? Well, there you are then. Still mustn't hold you up any longer. I'd offer you the hospitality of our own tea room, but apparently us having one is not in the town's best interest. Confounded mayor. I suggest you visit the town hall. They can direct you to the best the village has to offer. Oh, and welcome. Welcome to Little Riddle.
The station master suggested a visit to the town hall. Maybe here you will find something to stave off the imminent onset of starvation and dehydration. Directions to a quality tea shop would do, and thankfully, it seems someone is more than keen to help you.
Hail and hello, good people. I am the mayor of Little Riddle, the quaintest, quietest, and quite categorically safest village in the whole of...
The mayor lies dead, his rotund body collapsed at your feet. Leaping into action, you spot the poor man has dropped a diary. You grab this vital clue just in time for... "Step back there, please. Give him some air," says the constable arriving on the scene. You tell him that the situation is more serious than he realizes.
What? Dead? But he's the mayor. I'll have to call the inspector. You're all witnesses.
Leaving the constable with your name and an assurance that you will not leave town, you turn your attention to the mayor's diary. The mayor's diary appears to be in code. Can you decipher it and fill in the spaces with the correct letters? Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, sorry. Don't give up yet. Another try, surely. Let's find out how you did. No, that was wrong. Try again, perhaps. Are you correct? Let's see. Oh, sorry. Try it again. You know you can do it. And your result is... oh dear. Come along now. One more try. Drum roll! That's the one! All done? You're sure? You don't want to think it over for another 2 hours? Oh, good grief. After all that, you still made mistakes? We award you this medal in recognition of you being really bad at this. Deciphering the diary, you learn the following. Apparently the mayor had recently met and argued with 4 people. A meeting yesterday with the miller had not gone down too well. And the jeweler, he writes, had been constantly complaining about a late payment. The mayor had recently flown into a rage with the doctor when he had been given the wrong medicine. And the station master also had a confrontation with the mayor, although he doesn't write what this was about. 4 suspects, one of whom is the murderer. The chase is on. Listen carefully to what you're told. Pay attention to the facts as they emerge. By the time this story is over, observant detectives will know who it was that murdered the mayor. Will you be one of them? It would seem that you have a murder to solve, one which will inevitably require great feats of deduction and observation. But are you paying sufficient attention? Before you interview the 4 suspects, let me see if you're able to answer these questions. Sometimes I really don't know why I bother. I'm afraid that wasn't a very good attempt. Let's continue with your investigation and visit the 4 suspects. There will be times when you have to pick from a number of possible locations. Click on the left or right arrow to explore the possibility. The mayor had been angry at the doctor about something. You visit him at his surgery and ask him if he had met the mayor on this fateful day.
Yes, I saw him this morning. He came here to complain about the medicine he'd been given. Quite furious he was, as he'd been up all night. Hardly my fault, though. I mean, the chemist misread my note. Look, here, I have a copy. I mean, how could anyone misread that?
Blast these doctors and their illegible notes. Can you make sense of his note and work out what he meant? Are you marvelous or moronic? Correct you are. What, finished already? With nary a hiccup. Well done. You deserve so much more, but this will
Anyway, I had to drive out first thing to pick up a new prescription from the pharmacy and the next dropped it in with the town hall clerk. I say, what's all this about? Why are you so interested?
He doesn't take the news of the mayor's demise at all well.
He couldn't have. I mean, dead. I don't believe it. It's not... Please, get out. I have to try and find out what's happened. See if I can help.
And with that, it's time to seek for answers somewhere else. At the station master is still listening to the old woman drone on. When you interrupt, he leaps at the chance of some assistance.
Here, please help me out. See if you can make out what she's on about. We're supposed to be finding a bag. Come on, lend an ear.
This old woman is going to describe her suitcase. Listen carefully, then try to select the correct one.
Well, his way of doing things isn't much better. Oh, now that reminds me. Do you know what she said when I showed her that case? Oh, little thing it is, too. Well, I never did. She said it reminded her of the time when Bob, that's her Bob, not the other one. Oh, now that's a thing. Her one, not the other one, helped me along to the station with it. Said it was very heavy for a little thing like me, which is a bit of a cheek if you ask me, which he didn't. Well, she didn't give him no warning and hit with a dicky back. Not that it stops him lifting a glass, don't you know? Just the other night he did, which reminds me.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Ah, I see. Don't give up yet. Another try, surely.
Well, his way of doing things isn't much better. Oh, now that reminds me. Do you know what she said when I showed her that case? Oh, little thing it is, too. Well, I never did. She said it reminded her of the time when Bob, that's her Bob, not the other one. Oh, now that's a thing. Her one, not the other one, helped me along to the station with it. Said it was very heavy for a little thing like me, which is a bit of a cheek if you ask me, which he didn't. Well, she didn't give him no warning and hit with a dicky back. Not that it stops him lifting a glass, don't you know? Just the other night he did, which reminds me. Dark blue it was, just like the night sky, so...
And your result is... on the button. You're finished. That was quick. Don't pat yourself on the back quite yet. You made a tiny mistake. Or 7. Only silver this time, not gold. Because you were rubbish. Quietly, the station master takes you to one side. There you tell him the terrible news of the mayor's murder and his connection to the crime.
Did you say? Oh, well, that's a turn up for the books and no mistake. And you're right, we did have a little disagreement about a cafe here at the station, but he was going to look into the matter again.
Having apparently been trapped by the old woman for hours, the news leaves the station master shocked and stunned. Time to move on. At the windmill, you tell the miller of the day's egregious events, pointing out his link to the dead man.
Sir, that's terrible. I saw him this morning. The clerk at the town hall will tell you. The mayor had forgotten all about our meeting. Maybe that's why he said it was odd. I can't... Dead?
All well and good. However, where was the miller when the mayor was murdered?
Me? Oh, I've been here, watching the sales mostly. Odd, really. I just noticed. I think one of them is different from the others. Hard to tell with them turning like that, working like they've always done.
You look to the sails. Is the miller babbling nonsense to cover his guilt, or just babbling? A mystery for sure. The miller believes that one of his windmill sails is different from the rest. Can you work out which one it is? Ducks! Drum roll! That's the ticket! Oh, I'm sorry, I dozed off. Are you done? Great. However, you managed to be entirely correct in your sloth-like endeavors. So you see, there are prizes for coming second. They're just not very good.
I thought as much. Wonder why I never noticed it before. It's not like anything's changed. This old place is working just the same as ever. I'm sorry about the mayor. He was a good soul. I'm sorry. Very upsetting. I must be getting back. Very upsetting all of this.
His innocent enigma solved, the miller, clearly upset by the news, returns to his work. You too must return to your duties. The mayor's diary contained a very final demand for payment from the jeweler. You find the local grapevine has beaten you there.
Can I help you? I'm sorry. I just had the terrible news. The mayor, he...
Faced with the fact that her forceful demand for money ties her to the crime, the jeweler quickly explains.
No, the mayor settled his account. See here in the ledger. He was always forgetting things. Not that he would admit it. Oh, that poor old soul. You'll have to excuse the state of the book. I can't quite seem to get the hang of your money. Dollars and cents are so much easier.
Looking to determine the truth of the matter, you examine the jeweler's accounts book. The jewelry shop owner is going to show you her ledger. Can you add the figures and find out how much the mayor owed her? How did you do? Huzzah! Gosh, you got through that one, lickety-split. Ooh, ooh! No mistakes made. Show off. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. It seems the jeweler was mistaken.
Well, I never. He did still owe me money. A whole half penny. Oh, hardly worth mentioning. Oh, how awful. Please, I just need to be alone. Please.
Leaving the jeweler to her grief, the focus of the investigation moves elsewhere. You have now met and spoken with the 4 suspects. Did you learn anything important? And were you paying attention? Let's see if you can answer these questions. That clean sweep of questions puts you most resoundingly in my good book. With those questions out of the way, it's time to continue your investigation. A visit to the town hall might now be pertinent. The town hall clerk has been mentioned by a number of the suspects. The murder scene beckons. There will be no easy path through this intricate investigation. A police inspector is already interviewing the clerk as you arrive, and he's not happy to see you.
I'm Inspector Bragg. Now, what's all this I've heard about you lot wandering all over town conducting an investigation? You better knock that off sharpish. Now, what you been up to, eh? Out with it!
You tell the inspector of your day and are about to offer some blue-toed aid when he interrupts.
Don't think I'm done with you lot yet. Oh no. You'd better get yourselves checked into the local hotel. I may have some more questions for you lot. Now, get out of my sight. Sharpish.
Little Riddle offers but one hostelry for the weary traveller, so it is to the Little Riddle Hotel that you head. In the grand tradition of British hoteliers, the manager is pleased to be of assistance.
You want a room here for tonight? Right, fine. Not as if we didn't have anything better to do. I don't know one little mayor gets killed and the whole place falls apart. Now, room.
The manager seems a little confused, spending some time looking over the hotel register.
Still here, are you? Right, fine. You can see if we have a room or not. My wife has been booking people in again. The register's about as clear as mud.
It looks like you'll have to work for your accommodation, as the register is an inky battlefield. The hotel owner doesn't seem to give a care whether you get a room or not. Can you use the information he gives you to work out how many guests he already has? Ducks! Drum roll! Huzzah! My, weren't you in a hurry? With nary a hiccup. Well done. My, aren't you terribly talented?
Well, look at that. We did have a room after all. Jolly well done. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm not going to carry you up to your room, you know. And keep it tidy, for goodness sake. I'm not waking up housekeeping just for you.
As Little Riddle slips into a balmy evening, you take stock of your tumultuous time in the village so far. Your 4 suspects each seem to have alibis, yet one at least is the murderer. Perhaps a trip to the village public house will furnish you with more clues. Anything to avoid staying in this hotel room any longer.
I heard that.
Despite its status as the only watering hole in the village, the Cloak and Dagger is disappointingly empty. You question the barmaid.
Oh, no. We're normally so much busier than this. My fault, really, no. Yes, my fault, really. No beer, you know. Some of the old pipes were needing replaced, so I took them out and bought some new ones. Yes, no. No, I don't know how to put them together. No, I don't know.
You need information and the public house needs beer. Perhaps you can help get the demon drink flowing again?
Yes.
The pub's pipes need replacing and you're just the person to do it. Will you be able to connect the correct taps to the right barrels?
No.
Let's find out how you did. That's the one. Oh, it's you. So sorry. Have you finished the puzzle? Well, at least you didn't get anything wrong. Congratulations! Your moderate success has gained you a Medal of Mediocrity.
Oh, yes, that's them back again. So what can I get you? On the house, of course.
Information is the only libation you seek. You ask your hostess about the mayor and the awful incident that morning.
Oh, no, we're all so sad, yes, so shocked, no. He was a lovely man, Everyone thought so, yes. No, though he could stick his nose in, you know. Meant well. Like to be involved. To help people, yes. No, I can't think who'd like to hurt a man. No.
As the barmaid whitters on, your keen instincts tell you that something is very wrong. A shadowy figure stands in the doorway of the ill-lit pub. I said, a shadowy figure stands in the doorway of the pub. Whoever it is sees that they've been spotted and runs out of the door without a... Yes, that's enough. Without a moment to lose, you give chase. The mysterious, shadowy ne'er-do-well has led you once again to the scene of the mayor's dastardly demise. However, the chase is not over yet. Fortunately, your memory is like a steel trap. Nothing escapes it. With your knowledge of the streets of Little Riddle, you have a chance to catch the fleeing figure. The shadowy figure is on the run. Can you work out the route they have taken? Let's find out how you did. I think not. Try it again. You know you can do it. Let's see how you did. Correct you are. Oh, I'm sorry, I dozed off. Are you done? Great. Oh, good grief. After all that, you still made mistakes? We award you this medal in recognition of you being really bad at this. Successfully running him down, you're shocked to discover the identity of your Dark Watcher.
Okay, you got me. I'm sorry. The inspector asked me to keep an eye on you. I'd lost you at the hotel. I went down to the pub I went to see if anyone had seen you. Look, don't tell the inspector you saw me, especially at the pub, right? I'll let you get me. I'd catch it hot, no mistake. Please, can we keep this our little secret?
The young constable vanishes into the night. Though you have gained a valuable ally, you are no closer to solving the mystery of the mayor's murder. There's nothing left to do but head back to the hotel and try to get some sleep in your wretched room. Morning has broken, and you are swiftly on the move again. The old woman with whom the station master was talking when you first arrived seemed to know everything that goes on in the village. She might be able to help, but who was she? Perhaps the hotel manager can assist.
What do I look like? A policeman? Oh, all right then. Anything to get you out of there. What did she look like? Well, come on, haven't got all day.
You believe that the old woman at the station may have some vital information that will help you solve the case. Are you able to describe what she looked like? What will the ducks reveal? Shame, Ned. Don't give up yet. Another try, surely. Are you marvelous or moronic? Ah, I see. Try it again. You know you can do it. Are you marvelous or moronic? Oh, please. Try it again. You know you can do it. What will the ducks reveal? No, 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 no. Try again, perhaps? What will the ducks reveal? No. Try it again. You know you can do it. Let's find out how you did. Oh, sorry. Try it again. You know you can do it. How did you do? Exactly wrong. Come along now. One more try. Let's see how you did. Ah, I see. Would you like to try that puzzle again? Are you correct? Let's see. Exactly wrong. Oh, now, no giving up. Give it another go. I'm shocked. Really? I never imagined you were such a cowardly quitter. Stand aside, dear heart, and watch how it should be done.
Right, that's quite enough. That would be Mrs. Gossip, lives in a cottage near the river to the east of the village, not far from the stream, but still not far enough away from me. She's a terrible bore. Speaking of which, isn't it time you left?
Unfortunately, the manager is correct. Both Mrs. Gossip and the town hall clerk need visiting. Before you begin today's investigations, it's probably best to cast a thought over the events so far. I do hope you've been paying attention, for soon you will have to say who you think it was that murdered the man. Let's see if you can answer these questions. So you seem to have been mostly paying attention. Well, I'm only mostly happy with that. Let's continue with the investigation. I believe you are planning to visit Mrs. Gossip and the town hall clerk. Following the hotel manager's directions, you arrive at Mrs. Gossip's quaint, tea-cozy cottage to find her in quite the quandary.
Oh, hello, dearie. Nice to see you again. Just in time to help a damsel in distress. Oh, that would be me, dearie. I was just with the lovely doctor. What a lovely man. Not local, but you can't have everything. Oh, he gave me some pills to ease these old joints of mine, dearie. Can't remember which ones they are. Perhaps you can help, my lovely, while I make us a nice cup of tea. Well, I was just saying to her, the one by the shop sits often at the doctor's, you know, the one with the hip and the legs.
As the talkative old soul bustles off, you turn to the muddled medication. Mrs. Gossip can't remember which of her pill bottles the doctor asked her to take. Can you use the information she gives you to find the correct one? Let's see how you did. Correct you are. Well done. All wrapped up already? Great heavens! With nary a hiccup. Well done. You deserve so much more, but this will have to do. The grateful Mrs. Gossip, after a long while filled with meaningless drivel, returns to the purpose of your visit. What does she know about the mayor?
Oh, poor man, lovely man. Everyone liked him. What a tragedy, yes. Wasn't anyone with a bad word to say about him. Such a lovely man. Born and bred here, not like some. Loved his mother. Oh, he did. I was just saying the other day he used to visit her grave regular as clockwork. Won't have so far to go now. Oh, lovely man. Such a shame. Now, I remember when seeing him at the doctor's with his bunions, I believe it was, always a medication. Lovely doctor, of course, being at the doctor's.
Leaving Mrs. Gossip to her memories, you contemplate the potentially pointless visit. Do you have what you need? Can the case be cracked? After ensuring that Inspector Bragg is nowhere to be seen, you move to interview the town hall clerk. What does she remember of the mayor's last day?
I was at my desk for the whole day. There's always so much to do here. Fortunately, I remember everything I heard. This old building has very thin walls. I even remember the shot that... I'm sorry. Let me see what I can remember.
You listen intently as the clerk tells you all she heard. Listen to the clerk's description and use this to highlight the route the mayor must have taken. Will you be able to identify the path he took?
Well, I was not at the front desk that morning when the mayor arrived, but I clearly heard a... After that, there was a... And after a bit, I heard something like... Then it sounded like... It is strange, because I did not hear any door or anything in a while. After that, he most certainly took... And finally, there was a big...
Eeny, meeny, miny. No, that was wrong. Try again, perhaps?
Well, I was not at the front desk that morning when the mayor arrived, but I clearly heard a... After that, there was a... And after a bit, I heard something like... Then it sounded like... It is strange because I did not hear any door or anything in a while. After that, he most certainly took. And finally, there was a big. Well, I was not at the front desk that morning when the mayor arrived, but I clearly heard a. After that, there was a. And after a bit, I heard something like. Then it sounded like. It is strange because I did not hear any door or anything in a while. After that, he most certainly took. And finally, there was a big.
What will the ducks reveal? Oh, sorry. Would you like to try that puzzle again?
Well, I was not at the front desk that morning when the mayor arrived, but I clearly heard a. After that, there was a. And after a bit, I heard something like. Then it sounded like. It is strange because I did not hear any door or anything in a while. After that, he most certainly took. And finally, there was a big.
Are you correct? Let's see. Correct you are. Hello, do you know I'd quite forgotten about you? All done now, Jolly D. You took your time, carefully considered all of your options, and still made mistakes. Bronze! Yes, you were that bad.
That's what I heard, you see. As to visitors, the station master was here very early. He wished to discuss again the opening of a cafe at the railway station. He was most satisfied when he left. The doctor came in. He left medicine. The miller was here also. He told me that the windmill had broken down and he wished to speak to the mayor about it. He had no appointment. After that, the mayor... Oh, please excuse me. I have much work to do. Do come again.
Leaving the clerk to return to her duties, you must return to your investigation. Is the end now in sight? Can justice be done? The mayor's diary revealed that he had recently encountered 4 individuals. The station master, the miller, the jeweler, and the doctor. Each encounter was in some way unusual. The station master was trying to obtain permission from the mayor to build a cafe, and the two had clashed over the issue. Motive, perhaps, but was there opportunity? The miller had sought to have his mill repaired, but told you the mayor had forgotten the appointment they had to discuss the matter. Were the miller's passions suitably stirred by this slight? The doctor's obscure handwriting had caused a minor medical mistake that had been duly rectified. But had the doctor taken offense? The jeweler had reminded the mayor of his debt in the strictest possible terms, enough to obtain payment. Was it sufficient remuneration, however? It is time to apply your fearsome skills of deduction and reason to pull together the strands and weave the cloth of truth. Can you deduce the culprit and prove yourself worthy of your role as a Blue Toad detective? Player 1, you get to choose first. Only one of these individuals has a faulty alibi. That person was... the Miller! The town hall clerk confirmed that the Miller had not had an appointment. While it is possible that the mayor had forgotten, the stated reason for the meeting is suspect: the repair of the windmill. When you visited the mill, it was working just fine. An attempt at a simple fraud, perhaps. But whatever the case, the Miller has more questions to answer. You used your talents to select the correct suspect. Many congratulations on a job well done. At the police station, you detail your concerns and lay out the supporting evidence to Inspector Bragg.
I thought I told you to leave the investigating to the professionals. Still, I'll admit you seem to have something here. All right, let's go and see this Miller of yours. Sharpish, but you leave the questioning to me, all right?
At the windmill, the inspector wastes no time in getting straight to the point.
It seems, my lad, that you have not been entirely truthful in your statements as regards the murder of the mayor. Why was that, eh? How with it, Sharpish?
All right, I admit it. I'm sorry. I didn't want to. I hated myself for doing it, but I had to. If I hadn't, you don't understand.
Another shot rings out over Little Riddle, and another body lies at your feet. Your careful investigation has only thrown up more questions. Who are they, and what was the Miller involved with that was so terrible, so dastardly, that it has cost the lives of 2 people? The Blue Toad murder file on Little Riddle cannot be closed, not yet. Will justice prevail when we return to this picturesque den of deceit and attempt to solve the mystery of Riddle Manor? So, how well did you do in that episode? Player 1, decidedly average.